Now to the global economy, the big picture, which seems to be on the upswing too. In July, British business boomed and activity at the Eurozone companies expanded for the first time in 18 months. And in the U.S., growth in the service sector rebounded from a 3-year low. Europe is also expected to release economic data on Wednesday, with analysts anticipating signs of a recovery. And for more, we are joined on the line by Qian Jun, professor at the Shanghai Advanced Institute of Finance at Shanghai Jiao Tong University. Well, thanks for joining us, Professor Qian.
Glad to be with you.
Well, the global economy seems to have been picking up. How will this affect what is going on in Asia, especially Southeast Asia?
I think this is, in general, good news for most of the Asian economies, including those in the Southeast region, because a lot of these economies have very large exporting-oriented sectors, and the demand in U.S. and Europe remains the main force in terms of demand for these exporting goods. So certainly this bodes well for these Asian economies.
So, yeah, go ahead.
But I would also say that there are a couple of concerns for these economies, in particular all the sort of the emerging economies. The first one being that the past few years, U.S. And recent months, Japan have implemented all these quantitative easings. And while it's still very early to quantify the exact effects of these quantitative easing, I think there's no doubt this has some influence in terms of creating inflation and possibly asset bubbles in these emerging economies. So, and certainly if you look at Southeast Asia, the overall economic growth has been pretty impressive. Stock markets touching historical highs, but at the same time, you have to be concerned that how much of these strong performance is influenced by the inflow of foreign capital. And whenever these foreign capital comes in, it's a boost to the economy. But when this type of capital goes out, as we've seen in the 97-98 Asian crisis, it's going to be a problem.
It could be a problem for the capital-driven economic growth. Thank you very much, Professor Qian, for your take on the global economy.